Yes, indeed, people. Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay Jordan back for another watch along. Today, the only game on the W slate, we got the Indiana Fever versus the Connecticut Sun. This is a rematch of the season opener between these two teams. Of course, in that game, the Fever ended up losing. But we are back for a rematch. It's the two teams. Now they're a couple games in. The Fever are 3-9. The Sun are 9-1. So the Fever have played 12 games. The Sun have played 10. So at this advanced point in the season, let's see how the teams fare against one another again. As always, guys, we're going to go touch on the starting lineups for both teams to start. This game does start at 7 p.m. Eastern time. This game will be on NBA TV for those who have access to it. Remember, blackout restrictions do apply. So if you live in the Indianapolis area or the area around Indianapolis, and if you live in the upper northern Connecticut / Massachusetts area that's covered by NBC Sports Boston, you will not be able to watch this game on NBA TV. You will have to watch it on your local broadcasting network. Remember, broadcast restrictions do apply to games on NBA TV. So if you're in New York like I am, you will be able to watch it on NBA TV. I'm preferring to watch it on League Pass. You can do that as well if you're not in that broadcast restricted area. The great benefactor, salute, what's going on? All right, this is a Commissioner's Cup game, even though the Liberty have already clinched the Commissioner's Cup spot for the Eastern Conference. These two teams still will play for the Commissioner's Cup points and for money going towards the charity of their choosing. But remember, these games also count as regular season games as well. So expect both teams to put their best foot forward. The Connecticut Sun coming off the loss to the Liberty on Saturday. They won't be happy that their undefeated streak is over. So they will be looking to come out with a vengeance at home. The Fever, I believe their last game was a win against the Washington Mystics. After that long stretch of games where they didn't get to play where they played too much or a lot more than a lot of other teams, they got a nice week off of rest before they played. Caitlin had 30 in that game against Washington. And now she will see how her skills stack up again against the Connecticut Sun. All right, so starting lineups from what I've seen reported, Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Christy Wallace, Nalissa Smith, and Aaliyah Boston. The bench, you have Lexi Hull, Katie Lou Samuelson, Victoria Saxton, Grace Berger, Celeste Taylor, and Erica Wheeler. Their injuries, Damiris Dantas has not reported yet. She's dealing with a knee injury. And Temi Fagbenle, she got injured about a week or two ago. If I remember correctly, she has a foot injury that's going to hold her out for the next couple of weeks. For the Connecticut Sun, they're going with Ty Harris, Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, and Bree Jones. Their bench, Olivia Nelson-Adota, Ndor Estufal, Tiff Mitchell, Veronica Burton, Mariah Jefferson, who was reported available for the game. She's been dealing with I think it was an ankle injury, but she's been reported as available, and Rachel Banham. Alrighty, my expectations for this game, what do I expect? I do expect the Sun to win, but I expect it to be a close game this time around. I am going to create a poll for us to answer. We'll end it right before the game starts. Salute to those who are on the stream that said yesterday's poll that said Asia would get over 30 plus points. She ended with 31, which would make your bet correct. After I ended the stream, I recognized I didn't acknowledge those who had that bet correct. So I'm going to create a poll. How many points does Caitlin Clark get tonight? And I'll make it a little tough. I didn't even look at her numbers on any of the sports books. So I'm just going off of my memory, off of what I think she'll get. So I'm going to say over 23 or under 23. And I'm gonna start that poll now. So that's the question. How many points do you think Caitlin Clark will get tonight? The over under is 23. Well, my over under is 23. I don't know what the books have. All right. Since we have about 8 minutes before the game starts, let's touch on some W news that took place between last night and this morning. Not even last night, but we'll do the weekend. After Seattle lost to the Minnesota Lynx yesterday, that basically allowed the Liberty to clinch home court advantage in the Commissioner's Cup final. That will take place on June 25th. Times to be decided, I guess, at a later time. It should be in Barclays. I was on Reddit earlier, and reports are, since the NBA draft is the following day, it could cause some conflict there. So it may not be at Barclays, but that's Reddit. Nothing confirmed from the teams, as from the New York Liberty team as of yet. But if it's not at Barclays, I won't be there. I'm not traveling out to wherever else they put it, unless it's at MSG or something. So I guess we'll see when that comes down the pipe. Another news that dropped that I didn't acknowledge, Elizabeth Williams from the Chicago Sky, she got hurt in one of the games late last week. It ends up being a meniscus injury, so she's going to be out. She had surgery on it, so she's going to be out for a little bit here. The Phoenix Mercury waived Morgan Birch today. She wasn't getting too many minutes. She was getting a little bit of minutes with Brittany Griner being hurt, but now that Brittany Griner is back, they're starting to shorten the rotation, and Morgan Birch happened to be the odd player out. She was acquired in that trade, that Kalia Copper trade as well. One of the players that came with Kalia over from Chicago. So I think that's everything in terms of recent news that took place. Yeah, that seems about it. Salute to everybody who's here that was on the stream yesterday. What a game that was. What a game between the Aces and the Sparks. Aces go up as many as 15 in the first quarter. Sparks climb all the way back. It goes back and forth, and at the end, the Sparks pull it out. Rakia Jackson with 16, Kate Martin for the Aces with 13. You had Ray Berelden, played a whole game, came in the last 5 minutes, hit 2 quick threes, and then it's a technical free throw. She finishes with 7 points in 5 minutes. You had Asia Wilson doing Asia things, had 31 and 8. It was all De'Erica Hambeast with her double-double. I think she had 19 and 10. It was just all working. It was a beautiful game. Had me really excited yesterday. All right. How much time we have left? We have about 5 minutes. I did post in the community tab my schedule for the rest of the week, but I'll rehash it here on the community tab on YouTube. If you go there, I posted a post early this morning. So today we have the Indiana Fever versus the Sun, the one we're doing now. That's at 7. Tomorrow we have the Minnesota Lynx versus those Las Vegas Aces. That's going to be at 10 p.m. Eastern. On Wednesday, we'll have the Connecticut Sun versus the Chicago Sky at 8 p.m. Eastern. Thursday the 13th, we may do back-to-back streams. I'm still contemplating it. But if we were doing the back-to-back streams, it'll be the Atlanta Dream versus the Indiana Fever at 7 p.m. And then we'll do Las Vegas versus the Phoenix Mercury at 10 p.m. So that is a possibility. If I was to do one, it would probably be the first one, but I am contemplating doing both. And then Friday, I put TBD to be decided. I'll figure out if I'm able to stream on Friday. There's a couple decent games on Friday that I would want to do. I shouldn't say it's a couple. Let me look at the schedule really quickly. If the website would actually load, that would be super helpful. But as I pull that up, just keep that in mind. I plan on streaming every day this week. And the games hopefully stay good. So on Friday, they have the Sky versus the Mystics at 7:30. And they have the Sparks versus Minnesota at 7:30 as well. So we'll see which one, if I'm able to stream which one, I'll choose out of that. And then the next time I'll stream, if not Friday, will be Sunday. They have 3 games on Sunday. So we'll take a look at those. All right. So salute to everybody here early. Fever, Sun. I'm looking forward to this one. I want to see the improvement from the Fever. See if they're able, all the time they were able to practice has paid off and will result in a very competitive game here. This is their 3rd matchup. That's crazy. They played 3 times. This is going to be their 3rd game, and the next time they play after this is not going to be until after the Olympics, which is August 28th. The Sun are 2-0. The Sun won the first game 92-71 was the season opener, and then the second game in Indiana was 88-84. So that second game was a big improvement there. I totally forgot they played twice already. It's crazy how they loaded them up with the Liberty 3 times, and I feel like the Liberty 3 times and the Sun twice. It's crazy. Hey mom, what is up? For those just joining, the game is on NBA TV if you don't live in the blackout restricted areas, and it's on League Pass if you don't live in the blackout restricted areas. If you do, mom said, "Let's go Liberty." Wrong stream, mom. But we'll see what happens in this game. I'm expecting a Sun win, but in a close one. The Sun are at home for this game. Miss Myung on the Twitch, salute to you. Hello, this would be my first basketball game watching. Am I showing the game as well? Unfortunately, this is I guess this is a question for everybody. Answer I can give to everybody. Fortunately, due to copyright restrictions, I cannot display the game on the screen. They'll take my channel down. I already in the past got a warning just for audio. When I was doing the draft and I was trying to pipe in the audio from ESPN, they gave me a little a warning saying I have content displayed or heard that is not mine. So they're giving me a warning. So I'm not even trying to risk it anymore. So I will be keeping you up to date with the score as best I can. For those who were here yesterday when the game started getting good, I thought I was pausing things, pausing the time, changing the score, and I was doing all sorts of mess, but we got it done in the end. But I will keep you updated with the score. Ask whatever questions you have in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. I know a very popular question is the how many people are at the game. So I'll keep an eye on that on the Twitter world /X. Mama called it Twitter, so I'm gonna call it Twitter. So I'm gonna call it Twitter until the day I die. Probably I can't call it X, but that's neither here nor there. All right, it's 7 p.m. Eastern here. I'm watching on League Pass. They have they just started the broadcast. Perfect timing. That's one thing I will say about the W broadcast. They do start at least displaying it right on time. Jim says I would be surprised if the game is close. Yeah. I'm hoping for a close game. I guess the mind is hoping for a close game, but the heart maybe feeling some other things. It's already packed in there. It looks like they're doing starting lineup introductions for the Connecticut Sun right now. Starting lineups are on your screen for those who can see them. So we should be in for a good one, people. This is the only game on the W slate today. Only W game on the slate. The Fever have won 2 of their last 3 games. So that's a positive there. And as we mentioned, the Connecticut Sun 9-1 lost their first and only game to the Liberty. All right, so we are good to go. We are good to go. All right, let me look at the poll. I see 63% said over 23 for how many points Caitlin will score tonight. Over 23. Right, the teams are huddling up, saying their last words. I said last words. That sounds like so morbid. Last words. Their last conversations with the coaches, and we'll see what happens here in this game. Tiger, salute. Caitlin and Kelsey have been working good together the past few games. Just hit my elbow. They will need that connection and more against the Connecticut. The Sun are a good team. You are absolutely correct. I'll put that comment up. That is a great comment. Siren, salute. What's going on? Alyssa Thomas averaging 12.7 points, 9.6 rebounds, 8.6 assists, doing what she does. Triple-double alert all the time. Username 12BM on the Twitch. Am I showing the game? I cannot show the game. I need to make a comment, pin a comment. Due to copyright laws, I cannot display the game on the stream, whether it's on Twitch or YouTube. They'll take my channel down. All right, they're showing the same starting lineups that I have here on the screen for you guys. They're showing the same starting lineups. Any last predictions? I'll end this prediction, this poll as soon as the game tips off here. I think the Sun win. Whether it's close or not, it's up for debate, but I think the Sun win this game. All right, we're about to tip off. Bonner versus Boston, and we're off, and the Fever have the ball to start ending the poll here. What we got? We got 62% say over 23. So Caitlin gets the first shot of the game, misses the mid-range jump shot, and Alyssa Thomas with the rebound over to Ty Harris. She tries to feed DiJonai, gets DiJonai, handoff to Alyssa. Alyssa fumbles it out of bounds, and the first turnover of the game. Stephanie White, reigning coach of the year for the Connecticut Sun. Caitlin Clark with the ball, comes off the screen. Corner to Christy Wallace. Corner three, Christy, and Christy Wallace is on the board. Fever on the board, 3-0 Indiana. You have Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas. Back to Ty. Ty is guarded by Caitlin. Ty goes corner to Dewana Bonner right in front of the Sun bench here. She's ISO'd with Christy Wallace. She pump fakes. Drive by Christy. Throws up the fall away. Jump shot is good. And the Sun are on the board. So both teams have scored in the first minute here. 3-2 Fever. Caitlin Clark with the ball. Looking for a play. Finds Aaliyah Boston by the three-point line. Aaliyah Boston tries to post up on Bree Jones. She drives up, goes up right-handed, and it sneaks in over the rim. That was a great move by Aaliyah Boston. Fever up 5-2. Ty Harris, left side of the floor. Finds DiJonai cutting to the basket. Goes corner to Bonner. Bonner, three in front of her bench. Boom, Bonner's hit her first two baskets. Tie game, 5-5. We got a good game right now. Siren says Aaliyah Boston needs to get her lip back. Oh, Caitlin Clark goes bully ball, goes into the paint on DiJonai Carrington and scores the layup, 7-5. I looked away for a second. Caitlin was at the basket. It's been a back and forth game so far. Both teams, the offense is flowing. Bree Jones with the ball. Bree Jones handoff to Ty Harris. Ty Harris foul line jump shot misses. Rebound. Oh, Bree Jones steals it from Alyssa, but Caitlin almost gets it. Alyssa Thomas has it. She tries to snatch it from Alyssa, but doesn't work. Oh, mid-range jump shot is off, and the Fever have the rebound. Caitlin tried to snatch the ball from Alyssa. She got ragdolled around there. Aaliyah Boston with the ball, calling out the play over to Christy Wallace, right side. Gets the screen from Aaliyah. Back to Aaliyah on the right side of the floor. They have her ISO'd in the post. Hands it off to Caitlin. Caitlin gets stripped by DiJonai and turnover Caitlin. DiJonai with the steal. Ty Harris pushing it up the court. Dewana Bonner, another three, right wing. Oh, Dewana Bonner, 3 for 3 early. She has all 8 points for the Sun, and it's 8-7 Sun. They have their first lead of the game. Caitlin with the ball, right side of the floor. They give it to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston ISO'd again against Bree Jones. She drives on Bree Jones, goes up with the awkward looking hook shot, and DeJournette with the long rebound. DeJournette trying to attack, but she slows it down. She doesn't have the numbers. Over to Ty Harris, finds the cutting Bree Jones, and Bree Jones finishes the layup. 10-7 Sun. Nelson, salute my guy. What's going on? With the Liberty take almost a week off, we need Connecticut to lose any of the next 2 games. I ain't worried. We just control us, and the chips fall where they may. Nalissa Smith in the post against Alyssa Thomas, throws up the mid-range jump shot, misses, and long rebound by Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas on the break. Caitlin tries to steal it, but misses. Alyssa goes to the basket, gets the foul, draws the foul on Nalissa Smith. So Alyssa Thomas going to the line for her first free throws of the game. Alyssa Thomas, for those unfamiliar, she's a workhorse. She will play 40 minutes every game of the season, but she misses the first free throw. James, salute my guy. What's going on? What is up? And Alyssa Thomas buries the second. So the Sun are up 11-7. We're at the 6.5 mark here. Caitlin Clark, left side of the floor. Waiting for the play, gets Christy Wallace at the 3-point line. Over to Aaliyah Boston. Caitlin coming off the screen. She's still guarded tightly. She goes over to Christy again. Back to Aaliyah. Ball's tipped, but the Fever still have it. 5 on the shot clock. Christy Wallace pump fakes, resets for the jumper, misses. Bonner, the rebound. Bonner to Thomas. Thomas in the middle of the floor. She gets the ball to DeJournette Carrington. DeJournette over to DeWanna Bonner. Oh, she pump fakes. Gets to the foul line. Over to Ty Harris. Left side 3. Misses front rim. Tipped out by Alyssa to Bree Jones. She goes over with the left and scores. So the Sun are on a nice little run here. 13-7 Sun. Kelsey Mitchell quickly up the floor. She's ISO'd with Ty Harris. She's trying to call the play. She gives it to Caitlin. Caitlin had the wide open jump shot. She hesitates, tried to pass it to Kelsey, and it's a turnover out of bounds. Caitlin had the wide open right wing 3, jumped up and changed her mind midair for some reason there. James said, can they please take Christy Wallace out the game? She hit the first shot, bro. You got to give it. She hit the first shot. Give her some time, brother. Ball back in play with the Sun. Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas, right side of the floor. She's looking for somebody coming off the screen. They call a foul on CC22. I don't know if that was a foul. That wasn't a foul. DeJournette just fouled. They got to let that go. That was a bad call by the ref. Ball back in play with the Sun. Alyssa Thomas has the ball. Over to DeJournette. DeJournette coming off the screen. She goes to the basket, throws it up, misses. Rebound Boston. Over to Wallace. Wallace on the break. Caitlin, transition 3 from the right side, bangs it. Caitlin Clark knocks down the 3. She's asking for the foul. Hits her first basket of the second basket of the game. 13-10 Sun. Ty Harris on the left side of the floor. Over to Alyssa Thomas. They try to go high-low to who's that? Olivia Nelson-Adota, who's checked into the game, and they call an offensive foul. All right, so timeout's called. That should be an official's timeout. Sun are up 13-10 at the 4:53 mark. Jim Herbert, Fever scoring options. It's Caitlin, Kelsey. Well, in order, I can give you an order. It should be Boston, Caitlin. Nah, I don't even know. It should be Boston, Mitchell, Caitlin, Smith. Because Caitlin's the point guard. She's supposed to be orchestrating and getting all her teammates, all her main teammates, I should say, Boston and Mitchell, some good looks. But we're at a timeout right now. Let me run the clock. Let me change the clock to run the clock down to 4 minutes and 53 seconds so we can be as accurate as possible here. So the offenses are working pretty well so far at the halfway point in this first quarter. You have DeWanna Bonner from the Sun leading the way with 8. She hasn't missed a shot yet. Caitlin Clark with 5. Alyssa Thomas with 4 rebounds for the Sun. Boston with 1. Excuse me. Caitlin with 1 assist and 2 turnovers so far. Ty Harris with 2 assists, no turnovers so far. James says, I didn't see how Celeste Taylor does. She got a couple minutes in that, I think in that game you were at. A couple minutes. Liz, salute. Saw your comment earlier. Really appreciate that. All right, we're at officials timeout right now. Basically, it's a TV timeout. So we wait until they return. Oh, you want to see how Celeste does? I got you, James. I got you. I don't know, man. I don't know Celeste's future on this team, to be honest with you. Because if Demiris Dantas that they have is supposed to come back, they have to drop somebody. They're not dropping Erica Wheeler with her $200,000 contract. So it's going to be between Hull and Celeste. That's what it's going to boil down to, honestly. They're not going to drop Christy Wallace, so I'm not even going to put her in that conversation. All right, they're coming back to the broadcast now. They're showing Stephanie White talking to the referee here. I'm not sure exactly what the discussion's about. But we move. The lineups on the floor is Bonner, Thomas, Harris, Carrington, and Nelson Adota for the Sun. You have Smith, Mitchell, Wallace, Clark, and Katie Lou for the Fever. I got you, James. I got you. Ball back in play. Katie Lou inbounds for the Fever. Christy Wallace looks like she's orchestrating the point now. Over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou looking for Caitlin. She hands it off to Caitlin. Caitlin, deep 3. Front rims it. Rebound, Nelson Adota. Over to Ty Harris. Ty Harris crosses half court. Harris over to Thomas. Thomas back to Harris, left side of the floor. And they find Alyssa Thomas, guarded by Katie Lou. She finds DeJournay. DeJournay drives on Caitlin, goes up, and scores. DeJournay attacks right at Caitlin. Knows she has a foul already. Caitlin doesn't want to get too early. And she gets the layup. Nalissa Smith with the ball. Nalissa over fake handoff to Katie Lou. Goes spin move on Nelson Adota and rattles it in. Good move. Nelson Adota ended up touching her toes there off that spin move. And it's 15-12 Sun. Ty Harris gets the ball from Thomas. They rescreen and keep rescreening for Ty. Ty picks up her dribble. Goes to DeJournay, right side of the floor. Gets the screen from Nelson Adota. She steps back over to Alyssa. Alyssa high low to Nelson Adota. Overshoots the pass and turnover Sun. $15-12 so far. Ball inbounded with the Fever. Caitlin Clark walking it up the court. Caitlin Clark picks up her dribble over to Christy Wallace. Left side of the floor. Gets the screen from Nalissa Smith. Christy Wallace with the turnover. DeJournay with the steal. They have a 2-on-1. She gets fouled by Christy. Throws it up and gets fouled. So DeJournay gets the steal. Goes coast to coast. Gets fouled by Christy Wallace. So she'll go to the line for her free throws. Substitution was made. Tiffany Mitchell is in the game for the Sun. Who went to the bench here? DeWanna Bonner on the bench. So DeJournay at the line for free throws. She hits the first. DeJournay at the line for the second. And she buries the second. So it's 17-12 Sun. A little over 3 minutes to go in this first quarter. Erica Wheeler has substituted into the game for Kelsey Mitchell. Christy Wallace misses the corner three from the left corner. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Going coast to coast. Gets all the way into the paint. Goes out to Ty Harris. Ty Harris. Back to Alyssa. Dangerous pass. Thomas saves it. Tiffany Mitchell with the pump fake at the three-point line. Swings the ball left side to Ty Harris. Nobody wants to shoot on this team here. Ty Harris gets the screen. Drives into the paint. Throws up the floater. Fouled. And the foul's on Katie Lou Samuelson. So Ty Harris going to the line. The Fever fouling a little bit here towards the end of this first. Ty Harris going to the line for free throws. Ty hits the first free throw. John asks, have you heard when Timmy will return? They're giving her 2 to 3 weeks, John. I think she got hurt, was it last week? So they're giving her 2 to 3 weeks from that point. So you're looking at probably July. Ty Harris hits the second. That's given if there's not any complications or anything, any setbacks. 19-12 Sun, under 3 minutes to go here. Erica Wheeler, goes to the basket and smokes the layup. Very well defended. DeJournay on the break, goes up with the left and scores. Might need a timeout here for the Fever here. It's 21-12. Caitlin Clark over to Nalissa. DeJournay already with 6 points in this first quarter. Lexi Hull in the game. Lexi Hull in the game for Christy Wallace. Erica Wheeler over to Caitlin. Guarded tightly. Caitlin gets the screen. They send a double at her. Nalissa goes corner to Lexi Hull. She needs this one. Oh, and she buries it. Lexi Hull, corner three. Right in front of her bench, and it's 21-15. Ty Harris with the ball over to Alyssa. Over to DeJournay. DeJournay looking, goes back to Ty Harris. Right wing, three, buries it. They give up a three on one end, and they score a three on the other. 24-15 here as we get towards the end of the first quarter. Caitlin Clark with the ball over to Nalissa. Nalissa handoff to Erica Wheeler. Over to Katie Lou. They swing sides of the ball. Lexi Hull with the ball. Left hand dribble. Gets into the paint. Nalissa Smith pump fakes. Spin move. Fall away. Nelson Adodo with the block. And they pass it up to Alyssa Thomas. Handoff to, DeJournay saves it. And the ball gets stripped out of bounds by Lexi Hull. It will stay with the Sun. Nelson Adoda. Nalissa Smith tried to hit it with a one-leg Dirk-like fall away. Nelson Adoda, those long arms, punches it right back in her face. And secures the rebound. Alyssa Thomas inbounds to, Mariah Jefferson is in the game for Ty Harris. She's getting some minutes after her injury. Tiff Mitchell, top of the key, left hand dribble. She gets into the paint. Reverse spin, fall away jump shot, misses. And a foul. They just called out of bounds off of the Fever. I thought it was a foul, but it's just out of bounds. Alyssa Thomas looks like she's going to the bench to get some rest finally. DeWanna Bonner into the game for her significant other, Alyssa Thomas. Ball in the game. Mitchell over to Carrington. Carrington left side of the floor, picks up her dribble. Ball gets deflected, but Tiff Mitchell saves it. She gets called for a charge. Lexi Hull sets up for the charge. So turnover, Connecticut. Tiffany Mitchell a little banged up here. She's grabbing her ankle. Ran pretty hard into Lexi Hull. So 24-15, under a minute to go here. The Sun are up by 9. They're going to sub Tiffany Mitchell out. She's limping. So they subbing her out. It looks like, I think that was Rachel Banham that they subbed into the game. And it is Rachel Banham in the game for the Sun. Ball back in play with the Fever. Caitlin Clark over to Katie Lou. Right side of the floor with Lexi Hull now. They're trying to post to Leah Boston. Leah Boston against Nelson Adoda. Boston gets into the paint. Swings through, goes up with the left, and misses. Ball gets tipped out by Boston, but secured by the Sun. Mariah Jefferson calling for a screen. In and out dribble on Lexi Hull. She gets to the basket and scores. That was beautiful. That was beautiful. Mariah Jefferson in and out dribble Blows right to the basket, scores 26-15. 11-point lead here. Caitlin with the ball over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou, she's looking for somebody. Finds Caitlin. Caitlin pump fake. Caitlin calling for the cut. Erica Wheeler cuts. Good pass to Aaliyah Boston. That should. Ooh. And they call a foul on Mariah Jefferson. That was a great play by the Fever. Erica Wheeler cuts into the paint. Caitlin finds her. Erica Wheeler acts like she's going to reverse layup, but drops the behind the back pass to Aaliyah Boston, who draws the foul. Oh, they say it's not a shooting foul. So Fever take it sideline out of bounds in front of their bench. Lexi Hull inbounds to herself. It's only 8 seconds left. 7, 6. Caitlin with the ball. 5, 4. She gets into the paint. Right side to Katie Lou. And that looked off out of her hands. Dejanay with the rebound. And that's how the quarter ends. At the end of the first, the Sun 26, the Fever 15. All right, that was the first couple minutes of that first quarter was really fast paced. Both teams getting up and down, scoring, hitting threes, and then halfway through, the Fever fell off the pace, and the Sun were able to capitalize. So we're at 26-15. And let's get stuff ready for the second quarter here. Salute to everybody on the stream. Make sure you leave a like on it if you like this type of content. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be here all week. Different teams we'll be doing watch-alongs for. So make sure you're a part of the stream and the conversation. Sigmund, salute. Not so good. Yeah, not so good so far. Started off really promising. Fell off the pace halfway through. So let's see how they come out in this second quarter. They can't let this lead get too big. Let me see what they did in the last home game against the Sun in the season opener. I know that feels like forever ago. They were outscored by 6, 19-13 in that first quarter. But they kept it close. They scored 26 in the second. But they gave up 30 in the second quarter, so they don't need to repeat that. So we're in commercial. We're in the first quarter break right now between the first and the second quarter. So we shall see what happens when the teams return. There we go. The comments finally came through. Zin, salute. All these Fever missed easy shots are driving me crazy. Yeah, that shot from Katie Lou at the end. As soon as she shot it, I knew it was off. It was trailing right. It wasn't on target. James says, "What set defense are the Fever playing? They're playing man to man. They're not playing any zone here. It's all man to man. All man to man." I don't think they're cohesive enough to play a zone. Zones are tough to play. I mean, the Sun would be the team to probably try it against since I don't think the Sun are a high 3-point percentage team, but I don't think the Fever should be playing zone at this point. They should just rock out with the man-to-man. Tiffany Mitchell back in the game. She subs in for Dejanay Carrington to start the second quarter. As we come back to the broadcast. For those who are trying to watch, it is on NBA TV. If you're not in the NBC Sports Boston coverage area or the Indiana, whatever is it Bally Sports Indiana? I'm not too sure what they got over in Indiana, but you won't be able to watch it as the ball is back in play. It's Mariah Jefferson with the ball for the Sun. Probably about 4 seconds behind. They came back to the broadcast a little late here. Nelson Adota over to Dewana Bonner. Left side 3, and she buries it. Dewana Bonner has not missed a shot yet. She is cooking. She is 4 for 4, has hit 2 threes. She's already into double figures here. Aaliyah Boston over to Caitlin. Caitlin hesitation dribble, tries to pass it. It gets hit out of bounds. It stays with the Fever. 29-15. I was just talking about the threes, and They hit a three here. Erica Wheeler goes behind the back on Mariah Jefferson. She's fumbling, stumbling, bumbling. 5 seconds. Oh, crosses over Mariah. They need a basket here. She hands it off and turns the ball over. She did all the fancy dribbling and turns it over in the end. Mariah Jefferson with the ball. Over to Nelson Adota, and she gets fouled by Aaliyah Boston on the reach-in. I think Erica Wheeler knew she was going back to the bench. She tried to get that last play off, and she subbed out. Kelsey Mitchell into the game for Caitlin. Ball back in play with the Sun. Oh, so Erica Wheeler's still in the game, y'all. She thought she was coming out for Kelsey. Tiffany Mitchell over to Banham. Banham, right wing three. Oh, it's off. And rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Erica Wheeler brings the ball up the court. Left side. She blows right by Mariah Jefferson. Goes for the scoop layup and scores. Great move by Erica. And cuts the lead down a tiny bit. 29-17. 29-17 here. Mariah Jefferson calling out the play. Gives it to DeWanner by half court. It's a DeWanna. Rachel Banham jab step, goes left, picks up her dribble over to Tiff Mitchell. Tiff Mitchell goes left. Oh, loses the ball but gets it back. 4 on the shot clock, 3. Oh, finds Nelson Adota right in the paint. Oh, she back rims it, misses. Rebound by Boston. Over to Erica Wheeler, left side of the floor in front of her bench here. Guarded by Bonner. Over to Katie Lou, top of the key. And it's a tripping foul here. I think it's on Nelson Adota. Yeah, Nelson Adota with the trip on Lexi Hull. So it'll be Fever ball to inbound. Bree Jones is in. Nelson Adota is out. Mo Jeff is out. Ball back in play with the Fever. And Ty Harris is back in for the Sun. Erica Wheeler, top of the key, looking for Kelsey Mitchell. Guarded by Banham. She blows right by Banham. Goes up with the left. Scoops it, misses. Boston with the rebound and scores. Boston steals Bree Jones. Gets that offensive rebound, put back. 10-point game. Ty Harris, left side of the floor. Oh, and DeWanna Bonner gets lost. They switched to zone that time, James. They switched to zone, and they give up an easy basket. DeWanna Bonner has not missed. Aaliyah Boston in the post against Bree Jones. Lexi Hull on the cut, goes up and scores. Great find by Aaliyah Boston on the pass. Finished by Lexi on the cut. Caitlin's on the bench right now. Rachel Bannon with the screen. They're back to a man-to-man here. Back to man-to-man. Over to Tiff Mitchell. Bree Jones, guarded by Aaliyah Boston. She passes it out to Ty Harris. Ty Harris goes right. 4 on the shot clock. 3. Ty Harris pulls up quickly. Mid-ranger. Misses. Rebound. Kelsey Mitchell. 10-point game here. Let's see what the Fever can do. Kelsey Mitchell. Between the legs. Goes left. Scoop layup with the left. And gets fouled by Tiffany Mitchell. So Kelsey Mitchell going 1,000 miles an hour. Slows down. Goes between the legs. Right to left crossover. Goes to that left hand. And scores. Yeah, they went. They're showing the replay of that last DeWanna Bonner layup. They tried to go to a zone for a possession. Did not work at all. So Kelsey Mitchell at the line for 2 free throws here. She buries the first. That's Kelsey's first points of the game. No, is it? No, I don't think that's her first points. I think she scored already. Crimson, salute. It's on NBA TV. If you have access to that, or League Pass if you have access to that. But if you're in the Indiana or Boston, Northern Connecticut area, you won't be able to watch it. It'll be blacked out. But the Sun have the ball. It's 31-23. DeWanna Bonner has not missed a shot left side of the floor. Attacks Katie Lou. Ooh, what a move by DeWanna. Oh, she smokes the layup, gets her own rebound, and put back. DeWanna Bonner did a fake spin move, came back, crossed over. Oh, so you're solid, Crimson. You are solid. NBA TV. Lexi Hull with the ball, gets into the paint, throws up the mid-range jump shot, rolls off the front rim. Aaliyah Boston tries to save it. Tipped out by Aaliyah Boston. Goes back to the Sun. Dewana Bonner, 6 of 7. She's gonna get a rest here. Ball back in play with the Sun. Ty Harris brings it up the court. Over to Tiff Mitchell. Mitchell gets the screen from Thomas. She drops it off to Thomas on the drive, throws it up left-handed, scores. 35-23. Back to a 12-point game here. Aaliyah Boston calling out for a screen, or the handoff, excuse me, hands it off to Lexi. And a foul on Bree Jones, pushing Aaliyah Boston in the back about 20 feet from the basket. That was a silly foul. And timeout called here by the Connecticut Sun. Score is 35-23 with 5 minutes, 47 seconds left to go in the first half. So, the Sun are doing what we expected them to do. Come out after that first loss. Excuse me. The Fever, I was expecting a little bit more so far. They've run some good actions, but some other actions, I haven't. The end product just hasn't been there. Let me look at the box score in the meantime, just so I can give you guys a better view. So the Fever has 4 turnovers. The Sun have 4 turnovers. So the turnover battle is equal. You have 10 assists for the Sun, only 4 for the Fever as a team. 6 rebounds for the Fever to 13 for the Sun. Both teams are not shooting bad percentages. 42% from the field for the Fever. Whoa, the Sun are shooting 59%. RC, salute, my guy. What's going on, bro? What is going on? Yeah, so the percentages are not bad for both teams. I mean, the Sun are shooting 59% from the field. That's not going. If you give that up, you're not going to win too many games there. Yeah, so the stats aren't too bad so far. Right, we're at almost at the halfway part of the second quarter. The Fever they're keeping it close. It's a 9-8 quarter here in favor of the Sun. The first quarter they were outscored 26-15. Let me see if my game leaders stuff is operational. All right, cool. So I just loaded the game leaders for each stat category at the bottom of the screen, so you guys could keep track of who is leading what for what team. Alrighty. In terms of standings, overall standings, I have them circulating on the screen for East and West. They're showing somebody in the Iowa jersey here in Connecticut. But right now the Sun are still in first place by percentage points. They're 9-1. The Fever are in 11th with 3-9. I don't think they will be able to move up to 10th if they win tonight. The Dallas Wings are 3-7. All right, the broadcast has come back. It looks like Caitlin Clark is here to inbound. Man, this lady with courtside seats is so hype. She's cheesing so much because Caitlin's right in front of her. But she did say, "Let's go, Sun." She has a Sun jersey on. So Caitlin Clark to inbound here. And they get it to Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey over to Aaliyah. Handoff back to Kelsey. Kelsey, they jump Kelsey. They find Aaliyah in the middle of the paint. Erica Wheeler needs to hit this right wing 3, and she misses the whole rim. Hits the other side of the backboard from the right wing. That was not it. Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas. Back to Ty Harris. She's playing good defense, Erica Wheeler is. DeJournette on the drive. Tries to go reverse. Gets fouled by Nalissa Smith. For those who don't know, I think Nalissa and DeJournette were an item at one point. I know that's messy drama, but I just had to put that out there. So DeJournette Carrington at the line for free throws. Jim, salute. He says, hopefully the Fever can keep the Sun shooting percentage under 75%. as Dejanay Carrington misses the first free throw. Yeah, they're gonna need to if they want any chance of even being in this game. Dejanay hits the second free throw. So it's 36-23, approaching the halfway point in this quarter here. Segment says Fever on track to score 60, Sun 100. Caitlin over to Aaliyah Boston. Melissa Smith, corner to Kelsey. Kelsey shoots a contested three and buries it right in front of her own bench. That was super contested, but Kelsey's not one to shy away from a contested shot. It's back to a 10-point game. Bree Jones over to Dejanay. Dejanay comes off the screen. Christy Wallace back in the game here. Bree Jones, Tiff Mitchell, right wing three. So they shoot a three on one end and they give a three right back. Tiffany Mitchell right in front of her bench hits a three. Back to a 13-point game. We have Caitlin, Boston, Wallace, Nalissa, and Kelsey. Caitlin Clark, top of the key, three, buries it. They just trading threes here in these couple minutes here in the second. Back to a 10-point game. Caitlin knocks down the straight-on triple. Ty Harris finds Bree Jones. Oh, bad pass by Ty Harris. Bree Jones doesn't have that ability to jump and catch that. It goes right out of bounds. Showing the replay, Aaliyah Boston hands off to Caitlin, running to her left-hand side. Caitlin likes to go left before she shoots that three. Caitlin with the ball. She's isoed with Dejanay. Goes between the legs. Step back. Three. Right side off the front rim. Rebound Alyssa Thomas. Quickly out to Dejanay. Dejanay goes up. Hand off to Tiffany Mitchell. Oh, and they missed. Dejanay passed it. Tiffany thought she was going to shoot. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell gets fouled. Oh, Nalissa Smith gets fouled. Kelsey Mitchell gets into the paint. Does a no look to Nalissa. Nalissa gets fouled going to shoot the basket. Or was it just out of bounds? It might have just been tipped out of bounds here. Oh, no, they called a foul. It was a foul. Foul on the Sun. It's Fever ball, sideline, out of bounds here. Christy Wallace inbounds. Caitlin Clark comes off the screen, gets fouled by Dejanay Carrington. Dejanay mocking Caitlin. Dejanay saying she's throwing the flop with the head back flop that a lot of players like to do. Oh, Clark said something back there. Oh, I love it. So Caitlin Clark going to the line for free throws. The Fever are in the bonus here. So anytime they get fouled from here on out in the second quarter, they're going to be shooting free throws. Caitlin hits the first free throw. Clark is cheering. I said Clark. Crowd is cheering loudly for Clark here. And she hits both. Testing out this bonus graphic here. The Fever are in the bonus here. Caitlin up to 10 points already. Alyssa Thomas bully ball to the paint on Nalissa Smith and scores. That was easy money. Caitlin quickly back up the court. Hand off to Kelsey Mitchell. Over to Boston, back to Mitchell. Mitchell with the crossover, gets back to her left, throws up the floater with the left, and they call an offensive foul on Kelsey. She was a little out of control there. She had her with the first move, tried to come back and hit her with the move again. Gets to the paint, runs right into Bree Jones. So ball in play with the Sun. 41-31, 10-point game. Fever are hovering around this 10-point deficit here. Alyssa Thomas, handoff to Ty Harris. Ty Harris gets the ball back from Alyssa. Goes top of the key to Dejanay. Dejanay drives out to Kelsey Mitchell. Throws it out to Bree Jones. Bree Jones shoots a three. Holy smokes, Bree Jones. It looked awkward, but it drops down and it's back to a 13-point game. Caitlin Clark bringing the ball up the court. Caitlin crossover on Dejanay. Oh, that almost was an offensive foul on Aaliyah. Oh, Caitlin with the snake dribble, picks up her dribble. Ball gets stripped from behind on Caitlin by Dejanay, and it goes out of bounds. So they show the timeout has been called. Fever called a timeout. Bree Jones left alone on the right wing. Just says nobody's gonna guard me. I'm gonna just shoot this three and buries it. So timeout Fever. It's 44-31. About 2 minutes 40 seconds left in the second quarter. So we're at timeout right now. Alrighty. For those who said Caitlin Clark over 23, she's at 10 points now. So 13 more to go, and we're not even in the second half yet. So it's looking promising, but you know, anything can happen. Anything can happen. On League Pass, they're showing a little feature on Becky Hammon. Her playing career. I remember her here playing for the Liberty. A very fiery player, very dedicated player to the Liberty until we traded her to San Antonio, which was the San Antonio Silver Stars at the time. That team, the San Antonio Silver Stars, is now the Las Vegas Aces. So it's funny how it's sort of come full circle for her. That's how she got into, I guess, coaching, because she was playing for the San Antonio team. I guess linked up with Pop after her retirement. Was an assistant coach with Pop. And what are the odds that she gets to coach the team that is a derivative of what she used to play for? Jim says, I'm not surprised yet. Not surprised. I need to get some WD-40 for this chair squeaking around. We're still in timeout, people. We are still in timeout. I guess this was a full timeout called by the Indiana Fever. They've been hovering around this 10 to 15 point range for a majority of this second quarter here. The Sun are shooting 61% from the field. As the ball is inbounded by the Fever. NaLyssa Smith over to Caitlin. Caitlin back to NaLyssa. NaLyssa mid-range jump shot. Rolls around and misses. That was a good play out the timeout. They just missed. Rebound to Alyssa Thomas. Ty Harris over to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell pull up mid-ranger. Misses. Rebound Kelsey Mitchell, but she couldn't secure it and it goes out of bounds. Gives the Sun another possession. So Sun to inbound under their own basket here. Alyssa Thomas finds Ty Harris. Mid-range jump shot wide open. And it hangs on the front of the rim and rattles in. 46-31. Caitlin bringing the ball up the court. Gets the screen from Boston. Finds Boston. Boston pump fakes. Goes back to Caitlin. Caitlin corner to Kelsey. Kelsey right corner three. Misses. Rebound Boston. And Boston is fouled. Foul may be on DeJournay Carrington with the foul. The ball is just hanging around the rim. I don't expect them to make all, but when you're in a deficit like this, you need them. Aaliyah Boston misses the free throw. So Nelson Adota back into the game. I think Bree Jones went to the bench. Yes, she has. Bree Jones to the bench. Aaliyah Boston. Oh, she misses both free throws. Dang, that's terrible. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. She may get 10 plus today if you're into that betting persuasion. And I don't know what the odds were. Kick ball by NaLyssa Smith on the bounce pass. If she didn't kick it, that would have been an easy layup for Alyssa Thomas. So still Sun ball here, 46-31. Ball in play with the Sun here. Alyssa Thomas left side to Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell tries to go right. Gets it to DiJonai on the right. Gets the screen. In and out dribble. Goes under the basket. Finds Tiffany with 3 seconds. 2 seconds. One leg fall away from Mitchell. Misses. Rebound Smith. Over to Caitlin. Caitlin up the court. Caitlin looking for somebody. She's just dribbling. Finds Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston needs to pass it. Finds Kelsey Cutting. Oh, about to say, I thought Kelsey left it on the front rim, but she scores. Sigmund says T.O. is the best Fever defense. DiJonai to the basket, drives, fouled, and won. They gave DiJonai a wide open cut to the basket, rotated late, fouled her in the act, and she scores the bucket anyway. That's foul on Caitlin. Foul on Caitlin. She was late on the rotation, trying to make up for it. So that's 2 on Caitlin. And DiJonai back to the line. DiJonai having a good first half on both ends of the floor here. So DiJonai for the 3-point play, and she knocks it down. So it's 49-33. Jim says Fever do not have enough good scoring options. Yeah. Yeah. Christy Wallace with the ball. I can agree there. Kelsey Mitchell. And they don't have enough consistently good scoring options. Christy Wallace, pump fake, gets to the foul line, jumper, good. Christy Wallace, pump fake, get to the paint, gets to that foul line, pulls up for the mid-ranger. Right side of the floor, Ty Harris goes under the basket, passes it out, and they call a foul. Who's the foul on? I hope it's not on Caitlin. Dang, Caitlin Clark gets a pushing foul. So she has 3 fouls. Side's taking her out. Both teams in the bonus here. Both teams are in the bonus. So Ty Harris at the line. She hits the first. 50-35. They're leaving Caitlin in with 3 fouls here. Very risky here. Ty Harris shoots the second and buries it. So they were hanging around the 10 to 15 point range. Now it's about 16. Let me slow my clock down here. We had 40 seconds here. 39, 38, 37. Caitlin hands off to Kelsey Mitchell. Over to Aaliyah Boston, driving to the basket. Goes up on Nelson Nadota. Goes up under. Nelson Nadota punches it right back at her. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Slows it down here. Nelson Nadota, that's her second block. She had 1 on Smith. And now this one on Boston. About a 5-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Alyssa Thomas, spin move on Christy Wallace. Finds DiJonai on the cut. Aaliyah Boston, I thought she got the block, but she gets a lot of the wrist as well. Foul on Boston on DiJonai Carrington. So DiJonai Carrington has been one of the stars of this first half. She's at the line again for free throws, and she hits the first. They go to double Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas spins away from the double team. DiJonai cuts right to the front of the basket from the left-hand side of the floor. Alyssa finds her. Aaliyah Boston late to rotate over, smacks her on the arm. She hits both free throws, people. 8-7, 5 seconds. DiJonai gets the strip. 2 seconds, 1 second. DiJonai throws it up. She might have got it at the buzzer. They're going to review it. It was close, but DiJonai gets the strip on Caitlin. Caitlin tries to blow by her. DiJonai pokes it away, goes coast to coast, and lays it up. She may have gotten it off. They're going to review it to see if she did. I thought she was going to pull up for the 3. She may not have gotten it off in time. 1, 2, 1. Oh, that's tight. That is close. Oh, it's out of her hand. Oh, yes, out. Oh, they need a better camera angle here. The ball is like, they're showing the replay. Who knows if it's still on her fingers there. They must have a better camera angle than the other side of the floor. They don't have another angle here? They're showing the replay to see if this basket went through. They're still showing the replay. RC says, Jay, what happened, bro? Tell me, I'm out. You grilling, man? Yes, the weather is nice outside to be grilling. Game started off well in the first quarter. Both teams going back and forth. Then the Sun took control. DeWanna Bonner, she scored like hit her first like 5 shots. Had like 10 points, 10, 12 points. Fever defense, a little step slow, started fouling. And then the second quarter, it was just more of the same, honestly. Yeah, this is the angle they need. They're still reviewing it. It's that close, people. It is that close. It looks like the ball is on her fingertip when the lights on the backboard go off. So this basket may not count. Looking at the chat. So yeah, RC, missing some shots that the Fever need to be able to make. But the Sun have just imposed their will and have attacked the Fever. Zin says, when these refs are ruining the game with these touch fouls against the Fever while the Suns are banging on the Fever with no calls. Let's take a look at the foul disparity here. 10 fouls called on the Fever. Oh, it's about equal so far. Just about equal. All right, they're talking to Dejanay right now. I guess they'll confirm if the basket counts or not. But we shall see. Let me get the box score ready for us as we about to take a look here. Give me one moment. All right, cool. Box score getting loaded up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hope you guys can see that. I'm gonna scroll down a bit here. Oh, man, I always do this. Always start changing the size. All right, so the Fever. As you can see at the top of the screen, Fever got outscored 15-26 in the first quarter. They were doing well in the second quarter, but then let go of the rope towards the end there. Connecticut outscored them 29-20 in the second. So that's why the score is currently a 20-point game. I guess they're still checking to see if she got the layup on time. Excuse me. Nalissa Smith, 14 minutes, 2 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists. Not going to get it done. 2 fouls as well. Not going to get it done. She's supposed to be their second or third option. Not going to get it done with those numbers there. Aaliyah Boston with 4 points, 3 assists, 6 rebounds. She's contributing, but still, she has 2 fouls as well. Not going to get it done. Kelsey Mitchell, 7 points, hits 2 free throws, 1 or 2 from the 3-point line. 2 for 4 from the field. She needs to give some more. Christy Wallace had 5 points. She hit the first shot of the game. 1 for 2 from 3, 2 for 4 from the field. Caitlin with 10 points, an assist, no rebounds, 3 turnovers, 3 fouls. It's rough out there right now for her. Katie Lou, no points, out there doing cardio. Erica Wheeler has 2 points, and Lexi Hull has 5 points in 7 minutes off the bench. Fever shooting 43% from the field, 45% from 3, 66% from the line. They've missed 2. They have 9 rebounds as a team, 8 assists, no steals, no blocks, but has 6 turnovers and 10 fouls as a team. Looking at the chat before I go to the next one. Second day straight grilling the grill. I was grilling yesterday. Oh, that's dope. That is dope. Grilling for your cousin graduation party. RC says the Indiana pneumonia. Nah, come on, man. Man, so forget Fever. They are downright sick. The Connecticut Sun, DeWanna Bonner, 12 minutes, 6 of 7 from the field, 3 of 3 from 3-point range, 15 points. and she didn't even play a majority of that second quarter. I think she hit her first. Yeah, she hit her first 5 shots, contributing like DeWanna Bonner does. Alyssa Thomas, 15 minutes, had 5 points. She already has 10 rebounds, 4 assists. Bree Jones, 7 points. She hit a 3. I don't think I've ever seen Bree Jones hit a 3, like, personally. 2 assists for her. Ty Harris with 9 points and 4 assists. Dejanay Carrington, she's been the difference maker for them. 14 points, 3 steals, 3 assists, 3 rebounds, 6 or 7 from the line, 4 or 5 from the field. She's taking it to the Fever. Nelson Adota, she has no points. She does have 2 fouls, but she got 2 blocks on the 2 bigs of the Fever with 3 rebounds. Banham missed her only attempt on the basket. Tiffany Mitchell in 11 minutes has 3 points and an assist. Mo Jeff, her first game back from injury, first game playing this season, only has 2 points in her 3 minutes. Veronica Burton and Endor Fall have not entered the game. Look what the Sun are shooting, people. 61% from the field. It's not going to get it done if you're a Fever fan. 75% from 3. That's not going to get it done. And they only missed 2 free throws. They had 84.6% here. In terms of rebounding, they have 18 team rebounds, 15 assists. They have 4 steals, 2 blocks, only 5 turnovers, and they have 9 fouls. So the foul battle is pretty equal. They're getting beat. The Fever are getting destroyed on the boards. 18-9. Assists 15-8. And they don't have any defensive stats on the Fever. So that is the first half stats here. First half stats for this game. All right, people. So you know how halftime goes. I actually do want to show you guys the Commissioner's Cup bracket. So let me get that situated for y'all right quick. We have a lot of time here during these halftime breaks. Standings. Is this it? Yes, it is. Let me turn this on. All right, let's publish this. Hope you guys can see that. All right, so this is the overall standings for the league right now. We're gonna scroll down little by little as we go. So Connecticut, who's playing right now, they're 9-1. They have a 900 winning percentage. You can see their conference and home, road, and their streak. The Liberty 11-2. Even though they've played more games, they have lost 1 more than the Sun. So when you do the math on it, they're still percentage points behind. The Minnesota Lynx, who won yesterday as well. They're in 3rd with an 8-3 record. The Seattle Storm 7-4. They lost to the Lynx yesterday, but they're in 4th place. The Atlanta Dream, they're 5-4. They're in 5th place. The Aces also are 5-4, but Atlanta beat them already. So they have the tiebreaker at the current moment against the Aces, so that's why they're in 5th. You have 6-6 Phoenix Mercury. Then you get into the last playoff spot, the Chicago Sky with 4-6 record. 9 seed, you have 4-7 Sparks. 10th seed, 3-7 Wings. 3-9 Fever, and then of course the winless Washington Mystics. I'm looking at the comments. Jim says, "Do I know how to juggle?" No, siree. I do not know how to juggle. Thunder7, salute to you. Thanks for joining. He says, "Size is a disaster. What is she doing?" My friend, the world may never know, as they say. No, I don't know. I don't want to do that to Sides. I will say I was hoping for a better response, or not. I shouldn't even say a response. I was hoping for something better here today from this team. But it is what it is. Jim says you're gonna have a hard time holding your audience. Yeah, if I have to juggle to hold people for basketball, then I guess I'm gonna have to figure something else out. So in the meantime, I'll just try and give you guys some other basketball stats to be aware, basketball statistics to focus on during the halftime. Let's take a look at the Commissioner's Cup now, because that is what this game is considered as. Even though the Fever and the Sun no longer can be in the Commissioner's Cup, because the Liberty have clinched the number 1 seed already. This still is going towards a good cause. So the Liberty, they're 5-0. They're done with all their Commissioner's Cup games. I guess they got all front loaded, really. I don't know why, but they beat each team in their conference one time. The Connecticut Sun, they're 2-1 right now. They lost to the Liberty on Saturday. They still have to play the Sky and they just have to play the Sky after this game. The Indiana Fever, they're 2-1. They beat the Sky and the Mystics. They're playing the Sun now. They lost to the Liberty, and they have to play the Atlanta Dream. So those games will happen this week before the 13th, or by the 13th, I should say. The Atlanta Dream, they're 1-2. They're not gonna do anything in the Cup. So will the Sky and the Washington Mystics 0-4. The Western Conference is where things get really interesting in the Commissioner's Cup standings here. You have the Phoenix Mercury with a 3-1 record. You have Minnesota with a 3-1 record as well, and Seattle with a 2-1 record. So, if the Phoenix Mercury have played the Wings, the Sparks, and the Lynx, so they're right now, they have a fast track to be the representative in the Commissioner's Cup final for the Western Conference. They would have to beat the Aces to really solidify it. The Lynx, they still have to play the Aces, and we'll see who they play as well. Seattle, they still have 2 more games to go. They have to play the Wings and the Sparks. They still have an outside chance to make the final. I don't think the Sparks or the Aces have a shot here. The Aces, with that loss yesterday, I don't think they can make the Commissioner's Cup final. They made it the last 2 years. They won the first year they made it, lost the second year, which was last year, to the New York Liberty. So I don't think they'll be able to make it this time. And Dallas, of course, is 0-4 in Commissioner's Cup standings. Looking at the chat, card tricks, no sir, I don't do card tricks. Thunder7 says the lineup looks disjointed, but realistically, they weren't favored to win. Yeah, I mean, that's what it boils down to at the end of the day. Realistically, were they gonna win this game? I don't believe so. So it's just something to keep in mind. But the thing you do want to see with this team, you want to see, as I switch back to the single cam, you want to see progress though. You don't want to see backsliding or going back. Like, I mean, I know they looked good against the Mystics, and the Mystics are not that good of a team, but I don't know. It doesn't look fluid when they're out there. Doesn't look fluid. And then when you're not communicating on defense and you're giving up wide open layups and you're over rotating, leaving people open, it can cause issues. All right, they're still at halftime. We went through it's always like this when there's only one game on the slate. Dennis, salute to you. Says the Fever aren't in sync. Yeah, they are not in sync. I thought they would be able to take that 4 or 5 days that they had off and try and work on some things, but it's hard to cram all of that in 4 to 5 days for a team. But they looked good in the first about 5 minutes. They looked good. And then after that 5 minutes, I guess when substitutions started coming in, things started to fall apart for them. But it's going to be a work in progress for this team. I will say in all the Caitlin Clark discussion about her not making the Olympic team, I don't think anybody on that roster is playing in the Olympics for any of the other countries that are there. So I would take that month break and gather all my teammates at the gym and Bree going to work. So when we come back for that second half of the season after the Olympics, we are a much better team in that second half. And that's what they were a much better team last year in the second half of the year, whether that's teams that were resting for the playoffs or teams not playing as hard because their spot was solidified. But they looked like a much better team in the second half of the season last year. Stay, salute to you. Says, how do you think the Fever look this year compared to last year? Honestly, they look about the same. I mean, it's just more eyes because Caitlin is there, but there was game. The offense last year was give the ball to Boston, Aaliyah Boston carry us home, and the rest of us will try and do our best, whether it's Kelsey or Lexi hitting the three or playing defense. Grace Berger was getting more minutes last year as well. This year it's just they look confused whether they want to feature Boston or feature Caitlin. So let me see if I can pull up. Oh, I know what I can do. The game is about to start in the third quarter. Let me see if I can pull this up really quickly for my reference. I do want to look at their stuff from last year at this point in the season. Because what are they now? They are 3-9, so they're 12 games in. So last season at the 12 game mark, they were, what's that, 6-4, 10, 4-7, 7-4, 5-7. So they were 5-7 at the 12 game mark of last season. I mean, they're a little worse this year. They're 3-9, but given the competition that they played against this season already, this is their third game against the Sun. They already played the Liberty 3 times as well. They weren't playing these teams back to back to back last year at this point in time, and plus these teams have improved. I should say the league itself has improved over last year. Ball back in play for the third quarter. Ball back in play for the third with the Phoenix. I almost call them the Phoenix Sun. Well, look at me tripping. The Connecticut Sun. DeWanna Bonner over to Dejanay Carrington. So all the starters are on the floor for both teams. Bree Jones with the split spin move misses. Aaliyah Boston with the rebound. They do count that shot from the end of the quarter by Dejanay Carrington. It is a good basket, so the scorer here is right. Kelsey Mitchell to the basket, gets around DeWanna and scores with the left. So the Fever are the first team on the board. Ty Harris over to DeWanna Bonner. Corner to Dejanay Harrington. She was right on the out of bounds line. She gets into Alyssa Thomas, gets into the paint, throws up the hook shot, and blocked by Nalissa Smith. Rebound, Aaliyah Boston. Quickly up the court. Oh, Kelsey Mitchell. Bad pass, and Alyssa Thomas steals it right back. Alyssa Thomas looking, finds Ty Harris cutting on the baseline, but she dribbles it back out to three. Caitlin Clark is in the game, surprisingly, with those 3 fouls. Foul on Aaliyah Boston on Bree Jones here. So it's 37-55, 37-55. It is Sun basketball. Ty Harris with the rock. DeWanna Bonner finds Bree Jones on the cut. She goes up, under, smokes the layup. Ball gets tipped out. Oh, she gets it back somehow. Gets her own rebound again, goes up and scores. They give up 3 offensive rebounds right under the basket to Bree Jones. And she finally capitalizes. Back to a 20-point game. Caitlin Clark off the screen finds Boston over to Nalissa Smith. Nalissa Smith goes behind the back, gets fouled by Alyssa Thomas. She dribbled right, went behind the back to the left. Alyssa Thomas with the tripping foul. So it's Fever ball, sideline, out of bounds. Christy Wallace over to Caitlin. Caitlin gets the shot off and misses. Alyssa Thomas, she's already has 12 rebounds, and the game is not even over. This might be a 20 rebound game for Alyssa if they keep her in. Ty Harris in front of the Fever bench here. looking for somebody to pass it to. Finds Bree Jones. They go high-low to Alyssa. Alyssa goes up with the left and scores. Uh-oh. Oh, they turned the ball over on the inbounds and timeout. Christie Sides after DeWanna Bonner steals the inbound pass and scores. It happened so fast. I looked down, looked back up, and she was scoring again. Christie Sides calls a timeout. Yikes. That's all I can say, people. Big yikes. Big yikes. I don't have any words. I do not have any words. Just drink my ginger ale. Not a good start, to put it lightly. Dennis says Fever don't rebound offensively very well. Pretty much one and done. Yeah, you're right. That play at the beginning of the game, beginning of the quarter, solidified it. DeWanna Bonner goes in, misses the layup. Bree Jones gets it, misses the layup, gets her own rebound, misses it again, gets her own rebound again, and then scores. Daniel, my guy, salute. What's going on, bro? What is going on? How you feeling today? I know you were here last night when your Sparks did the improbable and beat the Aces. A very good game. I went back and watched some of the highlights of it again just to take it in again. Really good game. Really good game there. That fourth quarter was a special one there. Just going back and forth. Jim, you're asking if I played high school basketball? Yes, I played one season of high school basketball. But that feels like forever ago. That was, when did I graduate? That was 2011. So that was probably 2010 I played 1 year. Man, saying that now, I feel old. 2010 feels like forever ago. All right, we're still in timeout. I hope Christie Size is trying to do something like, hey, y'all, make this competitive. Make it look interesting because we are getting run out the gym right now. DeWanna Bonner with 17 points and 7 of 8 shooting. Caitlin Clark, 10 points, 3 of 7 from the field, 2 of 5 from 3. Excuse me. The ball's not inbound yet, bro. Ball's inbound now. I got you, John. Ball's inbound with the Fever. Caitlin inbounds it over to Nalissa. Nalissa over to Christy Wallace. Over to Caitlin Clark. Nalissa Smith in the post. Reverse spin. Shoots over Alyssa Thomas. Misses. And rebound Bree Jones. Over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas by the half-court line. Over to DeWanna Bonner. Bree Jones in the post against Smith. She goes right-hand scoop. Misses. Nalissa Smith with the rebound. Nalissa Smith finds Aaliyah Boston in the paint. She goes up and scores. So the Fever, finally, they get a solid bucket here. And it's 61-39. Oh, I see, Jim. I got you now. Alyssa Thomas spin move in the paint, throws it out to Bree Jones. Foul line jumper is good. The jump shot is working for Bree Jones tonight. And it's 63-39. Caitlin over to Nalissa Smith. Kelsey Mitchell, left side of the floor. She dribbles out, crossover, step back for 3, and it's off the back rim. Dejanay Carrington, one-handed rebound. Over to Alyssa Thomas. It's getting late early, as they say. DeWanna Bonner, hand off to Bree Jones. She's cutting to the basket. Smokes the layup. It rolls around and out. Rebound Boston over to Caitlin. Caitlin has the ball guarded tightly. She passes it to Aaliyah Boston in the pocket. By the foul line, Nalissa Smith in the paint. She tries to go up, throws up the jump shot, bounces around, and misses. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. She's pushing the ball up the court quickly, drops it off to Dewana. Dewana over to Bree Jones by the foul line. Bree Jones looking for somebody. Oh, good cut by Dejanay. Reverse layup is good. Good pass by Bree Jones. Find Dejanay Carrington cutting across the paint. Caitlin Clark over to Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston back to Caitlin. Caitlin, 10-footer. Oh, she shoots an air ball from 10 feet and a foul on the... Oh, they don't call a foul. Aaliyah Boston and Alyssa Thomas were getting into it. Alyssa Thomas goes coast to coast. Steal by Caitlin. Caitlin with the ball. Caitlin over to Kelsey Mitchell. Corner 3. Misses. Kelsey Mitchell gets her own rebound. Crossover by Kelsey. Gets in the paint. Gets the shot blocked by Bree Jones. Rebound Sun. Alyssa Thomas on the break. Hands it off to Dejanay. And she gets her shot blocked out of bounds. And it stays with the Fever. John, you got to remember, streaming is behind. So if you see it on the play-by-play on whatever website, I'm still going to be behind by about 10 seconds. That's the nature of streaming. Dejanay with the inbound to Alyssa. Alyssa goes out to Tiffany Mitchell. Pump fakes. She shoots the mid-range jump shot. Is good. The Sun offense is clicking right now. Erica Wheeler over to Katie Lou. Over to Lexi Hull, who's checked into the game. Lexi Hull drives, goes up for the layup and scores. Lexi Hull is having a solid game, even though the Fever are losing here. She's up to 7 points. 67-41. Ty Harris on the drive, goes up and draws the foul. Ty Harris draws the foul on the Fever. Foul that looked like it was on Caitlin. That might be 4 on Caitlin right now. Yep, foul on Caitlin Clark. So Ty Harris going to the line for free throws. Lineups on the floor right now. Sun have Thomas. Oh no, Thomas goes out. They have Harris, Carrington, Nelson Adota, Astu Endor Fall, and Tiffany Mitchell as Ty Harris hits the first free throw. For the Fever, they have Aaliyah Boston, Katie Lou Samuelson, Erica Wheeler, Lexi Hull, and Grace Berger. So Ty Harris on the second free throw cashes it in. So it's 69-41. Erica Wheeler with the ball left side of the floor looking for Aaliyah Boston. Aaliyah Boston left side posting up on Nelson Adota. Goes across the paint, throws up the layup, and gets fouled. Fouled by Nelson Adota. So Aaliyah Boston going to the line for 2 free throws. Nelson Adota, that's her 3rd foul of the game. Let me verify that. I think. So Aaliyah Boston at the line. She says the ball's a little wet. She's calling. She passes it back to the referee to get wiped down. Caitlin Clark is on the bench now. Caitlin Clark is on the bench. The Fever are trying to move their feet. They're just moving it slow, Jim. They are trying to move their feet. It's like one of those things where the mind is willing, the body is unable. As Aaliyah Boston hits the first free throw, 69-42. Dejanay Carrington to the bench. Dejanay Carrington to the bench. And Aaliyah Boston rattles in the second, 69-43. Fall inbound to Ty Harris. Rachel Banham is in the game for Dejanay Carrington for those keeping track. Ty Harris with the ball over to Tiff Mitchell. Corner to Banham. Back to Tiff Mitchell. Top of the key. Crossover. Foul line jumper. Misses. Rebound. Out of bounds off of Fall. And it goes to the Fever. Ball back in play quickly with the Fever. Erica Wheeler running the point now. Finally, we get some Grace Berger minutes here. Grace Berger into the game. Oh, Erica Wheeler on the cut. Throws up the scoop layup and scores. That was a good give and go between Wheeler and Boston. Timeout called by Stephanie White. She did not like that that they gave up that easy layup there. Called a timeout to get her team back in order. So with 3 minutes, 54 seconds to go, score is 69-45. So I forgot who said it earlier. I think it was Jim who said it. He said it's not going to be close. And it's looking like you were right. I had high hopes. I had high hopes. All right. Scoring leaders right now. Caitlin Clark still leading the team with 10 points. Dewana Bonner with 17. Aaliyah Boston has 9 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas with 14 rebounds. You have Aaliyah Boston with 4 assists to lead the team. The center is leading the team in assists. You have Alyssa Thomas with 6 assists. So that tells you the type of night that the guards are having for the Indiana Fever. You have Kelsey Mitchell with 9 points. Caitlin with 10. They're both 3 for 8 from the field. And they have 5 turnovers combined. It's not looking pretty out there, to be honest with you. I don't want to lie to you guys. The Indiana Fever 5 for 14 from 3. The Sun are 6 for 8. So ball back in play with the Sun. Nelson Adota inbounds to Mariah Jefferson. Mariah calling out the play. Mariah gets it. She's looking right side of the floor. 10 seconds on the shot clock here. Mariah trying to call for a screen. Gets the screen from Nelson Adota. She's just been dribbling out the shot clock. 4 seconds. She drives on Grace Berger. Fall away jump shot misses. And rebound by Erica Wheeler. They call a shot clock violation before, though. Everybody was confused on that Sun team. They called a timeout for what? I know that frustrates coaches a lot when they call a timeout, call a play, and the play doesn't even get close to being executed. The stands are still packed here in Uncasville, Connecticut, Mohegan Sun Arena, even though this game looks like it's over. Katie Lou Samuelson tries to find Boston. They call a foul on Nelson Adota. That's her 4th. Nelson Adota getting frustrated. She has 4 fouls in this game. So Fever to inbound. Lexi Hull inbounds to Boston. Boston finds Erica Wheeler right side of the floor. Lexi Hull in the post. Lexi Hull tries to go up, under, goes up, throws it up, and gets fouled by Rachel Banham. So Rachel Banham with the foul on Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull going to the line for free throws. So Lexi Hull at the line. She's had a solid game. 7 points, 3 of 4 from the field. She hits the first free throw. Yikes. That's all I can say, people, is yikes. Lexi Hull buries the second. Lexi Hull up to 9 points off the bench here. Mariah Jefferson with the ball for the Sun. Mariah over to Banham. Back to Mariah. Mariah right side of the floor. Tries to find Banham. Banham's a 3-point shooter for those who don't know. She likes to shoot that 3. Fall. Tries to shoot. Gets her shot blocked by Katie Lou. Oh, they call a foul on Katie Lou on the jump shot. So it's being calls being fouled. Fouls being called both ways now. Slowing the game down a lot. Fall going to the line for free throws. Let me fix my clock. I got a little ahead. It's 2:56 to go. 2:56. All right, cool. We back in business. So Fall at the line for free throws. She buries the first. I think Fall was on that Chicago team that won the championship back in 2022. No, it does 2021, excuse me. Ball in play. And she hits both. It's 47-71. Erica Wheeler with the ball. Gets the screen from Katie Lou. She gets into the paint. Throws it out. Katie Lou, top of the key, 3. Front rims it. Wide open. Like nobody within within the ocean of her. Sun with the rebound. They quickly pushing the Tiffany Mitchell to the basket. Fouled by Lexi, and one finishes with the left hand. And the Sun are running rampant on the Fever here. And it's the bench is playing. It's not even like the starters are playing right now. So it's bench versus bench. And it's just not good. Yeah, there's no flow right now at all. No flow at all, Jim. Tiffany Mitchell for the 3-point play and buries it. It's 74-47, ball back in play here. Grace Berger running the point now. Let's see what happens here. Grace Berger drives right side of the floor, finds Aaliyah Boston in the post. Aaliyah Boston back out to Grace. Grace reposts her. Aaliyah Boston spin move, goes to the basket. Left hand misses the layup. And the referees are looking at each other. They say it stays Fever ball. Aaliyah Boston, great move. She spun off of Nelson Nadeau, tried to finish with the left hand. And it just bounced around the rim and out. Erica Wheeler to inbound here. Ball gets into Grace Berger. And we start the clock here. Grace Berger iso'd with Banham. She passes it back to Katie Lou. Can Katie Lou hit a three? Yes, Katie Lou finally hits a three. And it's 74-50. Corey Koch, I know Caitlin has 30 points, right? You are wrong, my friend. If you take 30 and you minus 20 from it, that's what she has. Tiffany Mitchell in the corner for the Sun. Tiffany Mitchell dribbles it back out. And she passes it to Mariah Jefferson. And Mariah Jefferson with the miss and rebound. Fever. Grace Berger. Grace Berger with the ball. Calling for the screen. There's no spacing here. Now they find Erica Wheeler. Oh, Erica Wheeler. Oh, Mariah Jefferson gets the loose ball in the backcourt. And it's a fast break. Steal and layup for the Sun. 76-50. 76-50 here. And we're approaching a minute to go in the third quarter here. Lexi Hull, right side of the floor. Over to Grace Berger. Grace Berger in the post against Banham. Tries to step through, reverse pivot. Ball gets stolen from Grace by Fall. And the ball almost gets stolen by Boston, but it doesn't. Suns still have the ball here. We're under a minute to go. This quarter has not been kind. Olivia Nelson-Ododa in the post. And they called Lexi Hull for the foul. It looked like she got ball on that one. So Nelson-Ododa is going to the line for free throws. So I'm not sure how much more we're going to see of Boston. I said Boston. Oh, yeah, that was a foul on Lexi. She smacks both her forearms and gets the ball. We're not going to see a lot more of Caitlin. I'm going to just be honest. They're gonna say just chill out here with us and we'll figure it out next game. Mo Jeff in her first game back goes to the bench, subs in as Nelson-Ododa hits both free throws. Ball back in play. Ty Harris in the game for Mo Jefferson. A lot of UConn players on the court right now. On the Sun, I should say. You got Mo Jeff, you got Nelson-Ododa. Grace Berger, right wing, left wing three, finally buries it. Grace Berger hits the three, 78-53. Jim said maybe the Fever should release Clark to shake up the team. That is funny, I should say. That is funny. Nelson-Ododa handoff to Tiffany Mitchell, going to the basket, draws the foul. Again, Lexi Hull getting called for foul. She's trying to play aggressive defense, but unfortunately, a little bit too aggressive here, and she gets called for another foul. The Sun are in the bonus. The Connecticut Sun, the more aggressive team in this quarter, are in the bonus. So Tiffany Mitchell shoots the first and hits. I think I'm a little ahead, guys. Don't worry about the clock. I'm a little ahead. I'll fix it shortly. There's so many stops and starts here. She hits both free throws. It's 80-53. We're at 13. There we go. Clock starting here Erica Wheeler with the ball crosses half court. 10 seconds, 8 seconds, 7, 6, 5. Grace Berger in the left corner misses the wide open three. Aaliyah Boston passes it out. Erica Wheeler buries it at the buzzer. So Erica Wheeler buries the three at the buzzer. Sun 80, Fever 56. The Sun outscored them 25-21 in that quarter. See, it's that first quarter that really did them in. They got outscored 26-15. I mean, they did get outscored by 9 in the second, and now 4 in the third. So the lead would have been at least 20 and not what it is right now. I mean, 20, 26, what's the difference? 24, I should say. They ain't that big of a difference. But listen, guys, they're trying. That's all that matters, right? Let me stop. They're gonna have to do something. This is gonna be a rough year for the Fever, to be honest with you. I think the Olympic break will do them some good. Jim says the only question is, would anyone pick her? Somebody will pick her. Somebody will pick her. She's talented. It's just it's gonna take a little bit of an adjustment. She's probably, to be honest, she's probably just wearing down, guys. She's probably just wearing down, to be honest with you. She's been playing nonstop basketball since when college starts, October, November. Went to the tournament, got drafted, and then came here, and then it has all these expectations to bring this team to the promised land. You know, she's only 22 years old, so I gotta give her some grace, as we all should. Just give her some grace. She'll have a whole off season to work on her game, to get a little bit stronger, and build. See how teams are playing her, and work to get rid of those disadvantages. That's all she can do. She's still a rookie. Sensational college career, but she's still a rookie in this new chapter. So just give her some time to get adjusted. The Fever, the team itself is just not that good. There's a reason why they had back-to-back number 1 picks. They've been in the lottery for a number of years. So it's just a bad recipe. Everything combined is just a bad recipe, guys. That's just what it boils down to. But she will be fine. I think, like I was saying earlier, I think that not making the Olympic team will give her some time to actually sit down and decompress. She won't have to worry about doing all these media obligations in terms of like press conferences and stuff. She can actually just come to the gym, work out with her teammates, because Aaliyah Boston's not going. Nalissa, of course, nobody on that team is going to the Olympics, so they could all just come work in the gym every day and then go about their lives, come back second half of the season and try and do something positive here to close out the season. Jim says, I admire her personally. Listen, it's a lot on a 22-year-old. I couldn't imagine all these expectations thrust upon you, whether fair or unfair, to be the savior or to come in and replicate the same thing you did in the lower level in college. So as much, people, when they be like, it doesn't affect me, that noise gets to you sometimes, whether it's through social media, whether it's through just walking down the street, overhearing conversations. We start the fourth quarter, so she's gonna be fine in the end, but this year is just gonna be a steep learning curve for her. Aaliyah Boston with the ball, just doing reverse pivots, finds Erica Wheeler over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou finds Lexi. Lexi drives, goes up with the scoop layup. Oh, just misses. Great defense by the Sun there. Almost got the block. Ty Harris with the ball, right side of the floor. Gives it to Banham. Banham over to Tiff Mitchell. Tiff Mitchell over to Banham for three, and she misses. Rebound, Alyssa Thomas in here, stat padding. She gets the rebound and then just turns it over. Grace Berger with the steal. Grace Berger, right side of the floor, over to Katie Lou with the pump fake. Corner to Lexi. Lexi gets the screen from Katie Lou. Lexi driving on Thomas. Finds Erica Wheeler right in front of the Sun bench for three. Misses. Rebound. Katie Lou steals the rebound, actually. Aaliyah Boston with the ball. Back to Aaliyah in the post. Left side of the floor against Nelson Adota. Attacker. She has 5 fouls. Throws up the hook. Misses. Rebound. Nelson Adota. Nelson Adota goes behind. Gets the screen. Sorry, she screens for Ty Harris, but she calls it off. Over to Tiff Mitchell. Tiff Mitchell, top of the key. Crossover on Erica Wheeler. Drives into the paint. Goes up. And gets blocked. Rebound. Lexi Hull. Blocked by Aaliyah Boston there. Over to Erica Wheeler. Over to Katie Lou. Katie Lou, right side three. Rolls around and out. Rebound. Lexi Hull. Aaliyah Boston wide open in the paint. Pump fakes. Goes up and scores. Timeout Stephanie White. Timeout Stephanie White. So the Fever come out with some life right here. Come out with a little bit of life here. Shout out to the Fever. Score is 80-58. 8 minutes, 13 seconds left to go in this game. First show. G Pedro, salute to you. He says, how old was Mike when he got his first shoe? That's a good question. How old was Mike? Let's see. 91. How old was Mike in 91? That's a good question. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, it was a different era, you know. Social media wasn't a thing back there. It was newspaper articles. It wasn't as dramatic. How old is Mike now? Mike Jordan. Man, Mike is 61. Jeez, Mike is 61? Man, just turned 61 in February. Jeez. Mike old. Mike is old. Wow. Mike was around 20. I want to say Mike was 25 when he got his first shoe. Nah, he probably was younger than that. I know the ones was released in 91. But I think they were developing it before that. All right, guys. This is the fourth quarter. I'm just trying to looking at Michael Jordan stuff here, trying to see when those ones first came out. The first Air Jordan shoe was produced for Mike during his time with the Bulls, November 17, 1984. So it was 84 when the ones came out. His rookie year. So Mike was 21. Yeah, 21, 22. So around the same age. Jim says money isn't everything. You're absolutely right. Money is not everything. But in this day and age, it's tough to with everybody's money situation, well, professionals' money situation out for public consumption, it becomes not everything, but a main part of it, you know? Becomes a main part of it. Ball back in play, y'all. Ball back in play with the Sun. We have DeJournay in the game. Alyssa Thomas, Nelson Adota, Ty Harris, and DeWanna Bonner. DeJournay for 3. Left wing 3. DeJournay Carrington. First 3 of the night, 83-58. That was a contested 3. I can't even blame them on that one. Super contested. She just buries it. Aaliyah Boston in the paint, dribbles back out. She reposts on Nelson Adota. Spin move, goes up with the left and scores. 83-60. 83-60. Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas backhand off to Ty Harris. They repost Alyssa Thomas right in front of Fever bench. She tries to spin. Ty Harris, top of the key, 3, back rims it. Long rebound to Alyssa Thomas. She probably has 16 rebounds now. Ty Harris with the ball right in front of Fever bench. Gets the screen from Thomas. They repost her. Alyssa Thomas into the paint. Corner to Dewana. Oh, she misses. She hasn't shot the ball in a while, so I'm not surprised there. And Erica Wheeler with the ball now. Right side of the floor. Gets the screen from Katie Lou over to Aaliyah Boston. Fakes it to Grace Berger. This is the Fever offense from last year. Grace go win us a game. Foul on Nelson Adota. Not Grace. Aaliyah Boston go win us a game. Aaliyah Boston, it's basically Aaliyah Boston offense. They were just posting her on the left side, the right side, and having her back down Nelson Adota, who now has 5 fouls in this game. So it's 83-60. Aaliyah Boston at the line for free throws. She shoots the first and cashes it in. Jim says money is all Caitlin has now. I wouldn't say that. She still has the notoriety. She still has she still has the notoriety. Now she just has the notoriety, the money, and the expectations. Aaliyah Boston, second free throw, cashes it in. She has the city of Indiana, or city of Indianapolis, excuse me, on her shoulders. It's 83-62. Just unrealistic expectations. Alyssa Thomas, handoff to Dewana Bonner on the cut. Dewana gets her own rebound, repost. Grace Berger tries to steal it. Dewana throws it out to Ty Harris. That's the thing about these offensive rebounds. Ty Harris just pulls up for a mid-range jump shot. Rebound, Erica Wheeler, and foul on Alyssa Thomas for fouling her, trying to run it out. 83-62. You have 19 from Carrington, 17 from Bonner, 11 apiece from Bree Jones and Ty Harris, 7 from Thomas, but she has 16 rebounds. Tiff Mitchell off the bench with 10. It's just an all-around contribution from the Sun here. Wheeler over to Celeste Taylor in the game, guys. Celeste Taylor getting some minutes here. Aaliyah Boston in the post again. They put Bree Jones back in. Aaliyah Boston up, under, throws up the jumper, rolls around, misses. Alyssa Thomas, another rebound. Like I said, she might have 20 rebounds at the end of this. Alyssa Thomas, top of the key, guarded by Grace Berger. That's a mismatch. Alyssa Thomas, crossover to Dewana, guarded by Celeste. She pulls up, rebound by Aaliyah Boston. Great defense by Celeste there. Stopped at Dewana Bonner. Shot, Dewana always complains for a foul. Aaliyah Boston over to Erica. Erica Wheeler drives on Carrington, goes up with the right, gets her shot. Looks like he got blocked, but she gets her own rebound. Katie Lou, top of the key 3, and it bounces off the front rim, hits the backboard, and drops in. So it's 83-65. Fever trying to claw their way back into this. Is it too little, too late? We shall see. Ty Harris, top of the key. Ty Harris over to Alyssa Thomas, right side of the floor. Alyssa Thomas back to Ty, left side of the floor now. She drives, stops, pop, reverse pivot, misses. Oh, but the ball goes to Dejanay Carrington and wide open under the basket, and she scores. It looks like Grace Berger landed on one of her teammates' feet, and they call a timeout for Grace. Wow, so Grace finally gets some minutes and gets hurt here. Let me run the clock down a little. It's 4 minutes, 56 seconds to go here. Timeout has been called to see if Grace is okay. So Ty Harris gets her shot blocked by Aaliyah Boston. Nobody under the basket. I think Grace tried to jump to get the rebound, but ends up landing on one of her teammates' feet. Turns her ankle there. And Dejanay is wide open under the basket to give her 21 points tonight on 7 of 9 shooting. All right. Thank you to everybody who's still on the stream. I know this game has not been as exciting as we had all hoped, but still some W basketball. The only W game on tonight. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe if you like this content. I will be back tomorrow, people. I will be back tomorrow. Hopefully that game is more exciting than this one. Tomorrow we have the Minnesota Lynx versus the Las Vegas Aces. That's another Commissioner's Cup game. The two of the top big players in the league between Nafisa Collier and Asia Wilson. You have Kayla McBride from the Lynx who's shooting the leather off the ball. Anytime she shoots it from three, it feels like it's going in. Of course, Kelsey Plum is there. We'll see if Jackie Young is back. She's been out with an illness. The Aces are trying to figure some things out. They're on a little bit of a losing streak here, and the Lynx are playing well. Stay says, do I think the Aces will take an L tomorrow? If I was a betting man, I would say yeah. I think the Aces lose tomorrow. I will preface it by saying if Jackie Young is there, that changes things for me. But if Jackie Young is not there again, Aces will lose tomorrow. Jim says, when there's no flow, everything goes wrong. You are absolutely right. We're back at this game now. They're showing the 2024 Olympic roster. I know everybody has seen it and had their comments on it. We have a lot. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 first-time selections on this roster. 1, 2, 3, 5 two-time selections on the roster. And then, of course, Diana Taurasi with the 6-time selections. She's going for 6 goals. 6 for 6. Erica Wheeler and the Fever with the ball. Back to Erica at the three-point line. Veronica Burton getting minutes for the Sun as Erica Wheeler hits the jump shot in her face. Sigma said Caitlin is too full of herself. I don't know. I don't know her personally, but we still see. Veronica Burton, good pass to Bree Jones. Over to Dewana Bonner, long baseline jumper. She shoots a terrible air ball. Goes over the rim. Erica Wheeler on the run. Corner to Lexi Hull. Left corner. Over to Erica Wheeler. She says clear out to Lexi. She wants to post Aaliyah Boston here. Boston over to Katie Lou. Over to Celeste. Celeste corner to Lexi Hull. And she shoots an air ball right in front of the Connecticut Sun bench. Veronica Burton pushing it. Dejanay Carrington with the ball. She's looking. Hands it off to Veronica Burton. To Alyssa, to Burton. Burton, between the legs, crossover. Dejanay, another 3 for her. Misses, rebound, Alyssa Thomas. I told you, she's going to have 20 rebounds by the time this is over. Veronica Burton, top of the key. Over to Alyssa on the left side. They try to post it, but Katie Lou with the steal. Katie Lou, she passes it to Lexi Hull. That was a terrible pass by Katie Lou. I don't know what she saw there, and it's a turnover by the Fever. Alyssa Thomas with the ball, posting up Erica Wheeler. Oh, Lexi Hull comes from behind and gets the steal, and she picks up the ball. Finds Celeste Taylor, attacks Dejanay. She travels, I think. Do they call it? Oh, they don't call it. So Celeste Taylor pump fakes, gets Dejanay in the air. Jim, salute. I'll see you, my guy. And Celeste Taylor will go to the line for free throws. Where's Caitlin, Mom? Caitlin has not played since like the second quarter, it feels like, or the beginning of the third quarter. 10 points, 3 of 8 shooting, 2 for 5 from the field. Hasn't been a good game. Celeste Taylor misses the first free throw. We're scrolling back up to see the comments. Stace says, I hear that, although, yeah, Hammond, she might blow a gasket if they lose again. She got ejected at the end of that game last night, which was crazy. 2 technical fouls in that game for her. Celeste Taylor rattles in the second, excuse me. And Celeste Taylor is on the board. 85-68. 85-68. Sigmund says, with the Fever, the 3 will not be there for Caitlin. She needs a floater. That has been the critique as Veronica Burton gets fouled by Erica Wheeler. BT616, salute to you. Says watching from France. Sad CC is not coming. Yeah, I understand, but I don't think she would have played a lot of minutes anyway. She would have just been there, just like no disrespect to her, but like basically like a fancy prop. She would just parading her around, not getting any minutes like that, you know. Ball inbounds with the Sun. Veronica Burton with the ball. Over to Dejanay Carrington, right side of the floor. She blows by Lexi Hall, goes up and gets fouled by Victoria Saxton. So everybody getting minutes from the bench of the Fever tonight. Everybody getting minutes. But back to your comment segment. Yeah, that's been the critique, that she needs a mid-range game there. Something in the mid-range. Like Sabrina, she's developed. Granted, this is Sabrina's third, fourth year. She's developed that floater in the mid-range, that 15 to 18 footer. So when you blow by somebody, you don't have to go all the way to the basket to get the layup. You can stop short and hit them with the floater. But that will come with time. She's seeing the spots that she's getting open as Dejanay hits the first free throw. And she misses the second, and Lexi Hull with the rebound. So it's one of them things. She's seeing the spots where she's getting open. She knows that step back three is not always going to be there. What's plan B? Katie Lou for another three, and she misses. Dejanay with another rebound. Dejanay, I think, might be going for a double-double here. There may not be enough time, but she has 22 and 6 rebounds. Burton over to Fall. Fall with the ball. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Over to Tiffany Mitchell. To Burton. Burton on the left side by the three-point line. Corner to Dejanay. Dejanay over to Burton. Burton. They pass it to Burton too late. That's a shot clock violation. They keep showing Caitlin on the bench. She's trying to seem like she's engaged, clapping for good plays and whatnot. But you can tell in her, I can't assume what's in her mind, but looking at her facial expression, she looks a little dejected here. Erica Wheeler with the ball. We're approaching 2 minutes to go in this game. It hasn't been pretty since the first quarter. Lexi Hull, left side of the floor, finds Victoria Saxton. Saxton tries to drive on Nelson Adota, throws up a left-hand hook, and that was a terrible shot. She misses. Nelson Adota with the rebound. Burton quickly up the court. Banham, left wing three. Rachel Banham knocks it down. 68-89. Erica Wheeler comes off the screen, pulls up for the foul line jumper, back rims it. Victoria Saxton tries to save it, and it's out on the Sun. Out on the Sun here. All right, guys, we're at the minute and a half mark of this game. Thank you all for tuning in. We're going to go over the box score at the end. And there's been a foul called before the inbound on the Phoenix. I keep saying Phoenix. The Connecticut Sun. So there'll be free throws automatically for a foul before the ball was inbounded. So Katie Lou at the line to shoot that technical free throw for the away from the play foul. Katie Lou, she misses the free throw. She misses the free throw, 89-68. So Fever to inbound under their basket here. Dejanay Carrington still in the game. James, did you hear the crowd say we want Caitlin? Yeah, but they ain't gonna get her. Last time people complained that why was Sides playing Caitlin in a blowout when against the Liberty? Now it's the opposite, you know. So you can't please everybody at this point in time. You just got to do what's best for your team at the moment. So Wheeler to inbound, finds Lexi Hull. Lexi Hull gets fouled by Veronica Burton. So it's 89-68. We got a minute 31 to go in this game here. They're showing the Connecticut Sun's upcoming schedule. Wednesday, they play the Sky. Saturday, they play the Wings. And then the 18th to 21st and the 23rd, they play the Sparks, Aces, and Storm. Lexi Hall, badly misses the first. She hits like the back of the rim there. And Lexi Hall buries the second. So it's 89-68, 89-69. So 20-point game here. 20-point game. Rachel Banham, handoff to Tiff Mitchell. They like these dribble handoffs, I'm noticing. Tiffany Mitchell finds Dejanay. Dejanay jab steps into the paint, throws up the hook, misses. Ball gets tipped out. Rachel Banham, deep three off the back rim. Another offensive rebound by the Sun. That's been the story of the game here. Burton, left side, over to Tiffany Mitchell. Spin move on Wheeler. She just falls down. Wheeler gets the steal. They have numbers here. Wheeler, good pass to Celeste Taylor. Goes up for the layup and scores. Celeste runs the floor right down the center of the lane. Gets the pass from Wheeler and scores the layup. 89-71. We're under a minute to go here. James says, good job screwing the game night. Much respect. Of course, James. Sigmund says, based in things Caitlin says, she needs to be more humble and work on her game as she has a lot of talent. Of course. Fall shoots a three and misses the whole rim. Hits off the right side of the backboard. And Erica Wheeler with the rebound. This game is pretty much over. Erica Wheeler bounced past to Victoria. Gets fouled. Fouled by Fall. And Saxon trying to get on the board here. We have 19 seconds to go. Salute to you, James. Salute, salute, and salute. Hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. See you mañana. So it's 89-71, 19 seconds to go. Saxton at the line hits the first. Christy Side still trying to be energetic. The Fever are in the bonus, but it's pretty much a formality now. Saxton bricks the second. Rebound. Sun by Endor Fall. And Veronica Burton slowly walks the ball up the court. All the way up the court. And that is how this game will end. 89-72. Kim, you're right. Lexi had a good game. Stephanie White patting Chrissy Size on the back. She's like, girl, better you than me. Nah, she didn't say that. She didn't say that. Don't quote me. She was just patting her hard on the back like, I feel bad for you. I don't know what she said. I'm just making stuff up, but I would feel bad for her if I was her as well. All right, so pretty uneventful second half of this game. We already know who was going to win. I thought it would be closer. The Sun had other plans tonight. 89-72. Let's take a look at the box score. I think I still have it up on this other screen. No, I do not. Let's pull it up right quick. Oh, wrong thing I took down. Let's put that up and take that off. There we go. 26-15 in the first, 29-20 in the second, 25-21 in the third. They did outscore the Sun 16-9 in the fourth for the final score here. Starters for the Fever. Nalissa Smith with 19 minutes. Let me turn this volume down. They're not talking about nothing. 2 points for Nalissa Smith. Bad game for her. 19 minutes, 3 assists, 3 rebounds. Aaliyah Boston with 14 and 12. So she had a double-double. She played the most, 33 minutes. Kelsey Mitchell, 9 points on 3 of 8 shooting. Christy Wallace with 5. I think she had that 5 in the first half. Caitlin Clark with 10. She was a minus 30, the worst plus-minus on the team, unfortunately. She had 10 points. Only 2 assists, no rebounds, 3 turnovers, 4 fouls. It just wasn't a good game from Kate. Katie Lou with 6, missed a bunch of wide open threes. Victoria hits 1. Erica Wheeler with 9. Lexi with 10. Probably had the best game overall for the team. Besides Boston. Berger with 3. And Celeste gets 3. So shout out Celeste. They had 18 fouls as a team. 40% from the field, 37.5 from the 3-point line, 68.4 from the line. They were 13 for 19 The Sun, Dewana Bonner, 17 points. Not really any more stats. She didn't play too much because of the nature of the game. Alyssa Thomas, 18 rebounds, 7 points, 7 assists. Bree Jones had 11 with 4 assists and 3 rebounds. Ty Harris with 11. And Dejanay Carrington, the leading scorer, with 22 and 6 rebounds. Had 3 steals, 3 assists to go with it. Their bench, Nelson Nadota with 2 points. She fouled out. Had 7 rebounds, though. Indoor Fall had 2 points. Bannum had 3. Mitchell had 10. Mo Jeff had 4. And Burton got 4 minutes, didn't have any. In terms of the battle, they were out rebounded 41-26. Is that right? Oh my goodness. They were out rebounded by 41-26, out assisted 22-19. The Sun had 9 steals to the Fever 5. They were equal in blocks 3 and 3. And the turnover battle was pretty equal. 11 for the Fever, 10 for the Sun. All right, guys, that is it for today. Looking at the comments, when is Indiana's next game? Indiana's next game, I'll tell you right now. Indiana will play. Come on, load up already. Indiana plays on the 13th, so June 13th. They play the Atlanta Dream at home. They're on a 3-game homestand after this, so they played the Dream on the 13th, the Sky on the 16th, and the Mystics on the 19th. So they have 3 games at home in a row. We'll see if they can get over the hump there, because after tonight, that was a tough one there. Fever moved to 3-10 on the year. Let me update that on here. Fever moved to 3-10, and they moved to 2-2 in the Commissioner's Cup standings here. The Sun moved to 10-1. And they moved to 3-1 in the Commissioner's Cup standings. All right, guys. Salute to everybody who stayed on for this game. I really appreciate the support. Make sure, if you haven't liked the video already, leave a like. It really helps the channel. Subscribe. Turn those noti bells to all so you get notified whenever I post or I'm about to go live. I will be back tomorrow at 9:45 p.m. Eastern for the Minnesota Lynx versus the Las Vegas Aces. So make sure you're online for that. I know that on the East Coast it's a little late, but for those West Coasters, I know you're out there. That's perfect, ideal time for you. That game, let me verify. I think that game, I'm gonna tell you what channel that game is going to be on, if I can find it quickly. That game is gonna be on NBA TV again. So remember, if you're in these areas, you won't be able to watch it on NBA TV or on League Pass. You'll have to watch it on the local broadcaster network. Until next time, guys, really appreciate the support as always, and I'll catch y'all tomorrow. Hope to see you then. Salute.